really good meteor, or it's really just there to help equalize with the vision provided by the YSS using your, what we call the magic carpet. Natural echo.
Here we go, game number 3. We went all the way, ladies and gentlemen. We all felt that it would coming, and here we are, the conclusion in the best of 3 between Team Liquid Philippines and Aurora. It all comes down to this.
The late game, Novaria does really sound like a threat that can go up against this lineup even from afar, but if TLPH decides to go all in, then that's gonna be an equally massive problem for Aurora, and they seem to be really starting it this way. Even the concussive blast landed onto Light, so he's now half HP. Demon Kite joining the fight early on will just force the wings by wings, but it's been a very aggressive start for JP and Sanji.
It's gonna be okay. Lethal Wonder secured there by Aurora. Okay, it's the Festival of Blood Spell Vamp Lunok.
That's a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood.
It's a lot of that across the board. Good trade there.
Such an aggressive start for even the EXP lane of TLPH.
Yeah.
The early game presence is really being felt here.
Yeah, I think both of these teams know that they have a lineup that can snowball out of control as early as post-Turtle 1.
Yep.
Depending on how well they get to fight that out. That I would be surprised if any one of them actually decides to not go for a full commit into the first Turtle. Like if they try to even it out. At this point, go all in. Both just go big fight. Oh, up top!
Wait!
Oh! What a rotate by Demon Kite, and that will set the tempo in favor of Aurora. Let's see how Liquid will be able to answer through the first Turtle.
Even worse, Kill 1 committed the flicker, and he found himself underneath tier 1, yet still DK takes him down. This puts up Aurora about 500 gold going into the first Turtle.
With such a small movement, but now it's so big for Aurora. There's the flicker coming in from Edward, but the response as well from Sanford to not get caught in the land shaker. They might actually get a shot at securing this turtle. But it's Edward who gets the last hit. TLPH still trying to fight. Final slash coming in from Sanford, but JP is the first to fall. And now Sanford's next. It's a double kill for Light as he lays down the glorious pathway.
Massive CC. Opportunities for Liquid to run through Aurora, but they couldn't. They just don't have the damage just yet.
Yeah, Sanford decided to commit into the back line, but Team Liquid were not in a healthy spot there to fight. Edward's going to get a lot of progress in the tower down bottom. Lots of gold for him. And it is now early game secured for Aurora. We talked about it. Turtle 1. They can go absolute crazy snowball here, and they can continue this. If Liquid doesn't win the second turtle or doesn't find a good trade, this is Aurora gonna ride away with it very quickly.
It seems like the first blood drawn, that solo kill on Oheb, rocked not just the Filipino sniper, but the rest of Liquid.
Yeah.
It seems to have thrown off the communications and the early game trajectory of the cavalry and put Aurora up 2,000 gold. This is a lead unforeseen. This is a lead that is the biggest it's ever been all series long, this early on.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what happened earlier, but JP gets to use the title strike away, but still doesn't get to dodge the damage from Dominkite. Even Dominkite has his early kills, and this is not looking too good for the cavalry. Sanji flies away with the wings by wings too. They're literally forcing them out of their turrets. Oheb with the immune. But okay, that was so close. The Star Shatter nearly landed, but Carl TZ was there to block it.
This is going out of hand now. Aurora, their recipe of success of get the high loss on Light with a Revitalize, get Dominkite on a Harith, and get Edward on the Lapu-Lapu works very well for them. And then you just change out the pieces around Demon Kite and Yue to help supplement that as well. They're very comfortable playing into this. Oheb forced to use his ultimate again.
No Light ultimate for Oheb.
Brilliance out.
For this upcoming turtle. So Aurora, they definitely will be the ones in control.
Turtle now getting blitzed by Aurora. It's not like there's much Liquid could do. Demon Kite secures. All this while, Liquid are just getting by, taking scraps of what the map can give them. Carl TZ pushing down bottom. meteor shots thrown over to Liquid. And they've spent so much time and effort to protect Oheb.
This is a much reactive response from TLPH. They sent out so many bodies up top, and there's not much that they could even do because the most important brushes are being held down by Aurora, and much to their surprise, Sanford already gets poked down really, really low. This is not looking too good. A very dangerous spot for Oheb. Needs to be wary of wherever he decides to walk through.
This is not the Apex Predator's natural habitat. He literally walked into a new ecosystem and said, yeah, you're not on top of the food chain right now.
So let's see where Liquid will be able to find the turnaround. It's not going to be through Sanford fronting. JP can only take so much damage. He's melting very quickly. I'm struggling to farm. All the pressure on him.
Okay, Brilliance out. And they will just try to force this tower, but Sanji flies to provide some respo. Does still get to defend the turret, but they're doing so much just to do that. Not even Oheb can manage this on his own, even as the Lunok. Tsunami Slab committed though with the Veteran Airstrike. There might just be enough damage, and the final slash 2 coming in from Sanford to catch Yue. 2 members taken out.
Oh, JP, Sanji, and Carl suddenly find an opening.
Liquid caught Aurora slipping. Again, apparently the burst from Liquid's cores at this point was enough to take down even the chunkiest members of Aurora. Where did that come from?
Yeah, despite the losses of Liquid and Carl TZ has actually been keeping the level in the farm with Demon Guide very close. Before that sequence, Carl TZ was just, what, 300, 400 gold shy? Not too crazy. And the damage from Sanji, the fact that he already had a glowing wand built up, I like that Liquid, the moment they saw, okay, Sanji has his first item, let's try to commit a play, let's try to turn things around.
Yeah,
and they found it.
Perfect. Because I think Edward also tried to help Light, but they just all got caught in the Veteran Airstrike, and now they block Light in his path. Nearly wanted to go for the engage, but they decide to set things up again with a final slash. It's a killing spree for Carl TZ. My goodness, they're still in the game!
Max range displacement for Light. I don't think he even saw that angle coming. Sanford feeds over the big high loss into a few salvos of the Veteran Airstrike. Demon Kite, the Kite Brothers, is still on top of the gold leaderboard, brought to us by BPI. The Kite Brothers have been eating good, but up until what point? Because Liquid are slowly closing up the gap here. They put it down to under 3K.
Again, Liquid also has multiple damage cores. They have the Farsa, good spot there by Yue. You have the Farsa, the YSS, and they have the Lunox.
Oh, there's the Astral Echo too. The response on the Tsunami Slab, but Edward goes in with the Bravest Fighter. A beautiful layering of their skills. And what a shot coming in from Yue. Sanford will just try his best to sustain, but it won't be enough. The star shatters from Yue. They're doing too much.
You can only bully your big brother for so long till he decides to clap back. This is Aurora flexing their 3K gold lead. This is when Aurora says, enough is enough. You've been doing this for the past couple of minutes. We will finally fight back, and boy did they fight back. Liquid could not put a finger on him.
Oheb decided to go forward and fight. Edward just smacked him in the face with the Land Shaker, getting a stun on him, locking down the Lunox, and bursted down by Yue. So still we're not seeing Oheb in a comfortable spot for fighting. The instant stun onto that. See here? Yep, stunned right away by Edward. Perfect timing there.
Yeah. It feels as if it's so hard to position yourself as a Lunox.
Oh yeah.
Against this lineup of Aurora with multiple dashes coming in from Demon Kite and Doming Kite, and then Edward just being prepared to stun with a Land Shaker.
If Aurora were standing still and allowing Liquid to get ground, then yes, the Lunox will do good. But not like this. Tsunami Slap!
And stun and the final slash. This could be an opening. But Doming Kite still dancing through. Will be trying to take down Oheb next. But there's the flicker. Also gets to dodge the Thorn Rose, and Sanford still goes in. Carl TZ catching up. Trying to dish out damage. But a Traceless to save him because the damage was too much. And Sanford goes down. A 2-for-2 trade.
The burst from the Lancelot stopped all of Team Liquid's hopes for a turnaround fight, leaving Sanford in the dust. and Aurora will be able to get the first Lord of the game free for them. Let's see how else they can build their lead from here.
Oh, Carl Teasy read the situation. He knew that he could not contest the Lord, but instead of going straight for the orange, Demon Kite here gets thrown with the Mountain Shocker!
Oh, but Edward was there to block his path. He could have went in for the kill, but all because of Edward. Demon Kite survives.
Oh, Edward on this Lapu-Lapu, till his oldest time, has won championships for club and country. Now let's see how Team Liquid will be able. They're trying to play around JP and Sanji. Sanji a little bit too deep. Try to find a flank angle. They're going to have to play through the defense. They do have... they are playing around the Yisun Shin and a Farsa. So defenses here for... or sieges for Aurora are not going to be as straightforward. They're really going to have to play around the Astral Echo of the Novaria to make sieging for them a little bit easier.
Not to mention, Liquid has great high ground potential. They have a Farsa. They have a Lunox. They have Yisun Shin. So they even know how deep Aurora is into forcing these sieges. And they have a tier 2 in mid. So Liquid should be fine despite the huge gold lead, 6,000 and approaching.
Yeah, they'd want to minimize this though. At least not had any holy shields over to Aurora, although there's just only a minute left before they let go of this fully. A lot of damage coming in from Dom and Kite. JP starting to feel it too. They lose the holy shields up top. And there's a conceal. Could they actually try to go for something? JP finds a target! He actually gets to land the Tsunami Style on Demon Kite, but he gets to Phantom Execution his way out, and JP gets punished instead. Sanford only needs one hit. The Star Shatter doesn't land, but Dom and Kite goes in. There's just too much damage coming in from Aurora.
But they don't have a wave. They have to stop their forward momentum. Instead moves over to top lane push.
Okay, Puncture and Thorn Rose already committed by Demon Kite, but Dom and Kite this time uses the Zaman Force as well. They'll respect TLPH for now, and they'll get away with a single base turret.
Too much burst. This Lunox can't even get the ball rolling in terms of the farm. Still only up to a Holy Crystal. Had to get the Silent Robe as well, just so that he could reduce a little bit of the magic damage getting tossed at him. There's only so much the YSS and the Farsa can do in terms of their damage output. They couldn't even get what was a fantastic catch by JP, suddenly swerving and finding Demon Kite in the center of the map.
Gold is so scarce for Team Liquid. And it's made even worse by the fact that Aurora don't have to really do as much as lift a finger to even flush them out of their own jungle.
Yeah.
And that single stun from Light, together with the damage from Dom and Kite and that single Star Shatter from Yue, was already enough to burst down JP.
That was just a gut check, dude.
Sanford missed the final slash onto Light. If they were able to displace that high loss, it would have been a different story, but at this point, well, we're seeing why the Novaria is coming in big time for them. It also gives vision for Aurora in terms of where JP is.
All right.
Gets it again, and that's going to be another free Lord here for Aurora.
Clean blitz. Liquid know that they shouldn't contest. This is self-awareness coming in from the Cavalry. They know that they have a lane to take care of. They know that free farm will be coming in shortly. Again, not that it's their choice that these minions are coming in through their bases, but 8K. Aurora are literally steamrolling through Liquid through firepower alone.
Yeah. Divine Glaive already for this Lunox, so that might be the turnaround angle if Oheb can even find an angle, because every time he gets close, he gets bursted down. One Thorn Rose, one dash and a basic attack from Domicad, and that Lunox is already forced to Brilliance out.
Yeah, the Better Air Strike's already used here by Sanji as well, and they focus all their resources on taking down the Lord for now. The damage from the Star Shatter is no joke, but Aurora seem to be waiting for the waves. They don't want to engage this yet, but this might be an opening. The conceal is denied from that angle of the Astral Echo.
That was a work of art. The angle at which it came in. Light coming through. Glorious pathway.
All the damage dealers are down very, very low, and Edward gets to land the Land Shakers. Dom and Kite follows through with the damage. Edward already punished. The Mountain Shockers already unleashed as well, and it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. But Aurora, they still might want to attempt this. They have another wave of coming in mid. Will they actually go for it? Another Astral Echo lands onto everyone. Sanford doing his best, but he will get bursted down too. Gets to escape and barely dodge the Star Shatter. And Oheb goes in as well with an attempt to Aurora, but they're chasing after 40!
Run, 40, run! Oh, he finally gets stopped in his tracks. But he bought so much time.
Yeah, he gets taken out. Oh wait, Carl TZ finds Demon Kite. Are they gonna play into this? You can't. It's way too risky, Carl. Sanford's efforts, it actually dragged the minion waves away from going to the base. Wait, a pick!
Oh, they burst Demon Kite! They get another kill! An important kill for TLPH!
That is a long-term trade. Sanford for Dominkite, 7 days a week. Any day of the month is a good trade in my books.
6,200 lead for Aurora. No more turrets for Liquid. But maybe, just maybe, they have it in the bank to completely turn the game around. There is still so much damage to deal with, though, if you're Liquid. They are holding on by the skin of their teeth. JP is playing out of his mind!
Now they decide to burst down Light. Astral Echo also lands onto 3, but it's gonna be the disengage for now for Demon. No, for Light. They don't want to risk it for now. I'm surprised TLPH are extending this far from the base.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Carl TZ has not died. He's 6-0-1.
Carl TZ is playing this Yi Sun Shin very close to the chest. It's utility Yi Sun Shin for now.
Yeah.
Up until he says it's go time, and I think go time is close by. He just picked up his bladed spear.
Ooh.
And is looking to contest. He's hiding in this long brush. Lord getting blitzed by Aurora. Mount Shocker to start it up.
Now they know where everyone's hiding. Dominkai trying to burst out JP though, and the Bravest Spider coming in from Edward doesn't get stunned by the Mountain Shocker, and that's a quick Lord for Aurora.
Too much zone out. Still too much damage. Liquid might just be delaying the inevitable. They need heroics from their stars, heroics from the GOAT, because Aurora have just been playing this so fundamentally. Even Demon Kite has not died yet. 3-0-7. It's a high damage utility Lancelot in the sense of I just send out my Thorn Rose, I do my job, I'm okay. Yue has been a menace. Can this be the sudden turnaround?
Oh, JP, he gets to find Yue, and they burst him down through Oheb. They try to walk away and walk back towards their base, but Dominkite has different plans. They have to defend for now. The Zaman force is intact, but they'll wait for the Lord.
Feather strike by Sanji. They burst down one. No, Dominkite gets away.
They get to touch the final slash too, and I feel like with that they buy enough time. They get to defend this game once more.
Wow. Liquid. Again, JP is playing out of his mind right now. The sudden call, the conceal by the team to get that pick onto Yue. The fact that he was able to pull away just a little bit of attention, recall back in time, and then back in base, Dominkite gets spotted out, gets bursted down, which meant that Aurora couldn't continue the siege. Liquid has one more shot at this, one more try, and if Aurora can't end it here, this game is gonna keep on going. Look at that perfect flicker.
Yeah.
Second skill, Tsunami Slam. Yue flickered away, but he was already caught by the animation.
And even Liquid's exit plan was well coordinated. You saw Light drop the Glorious Pathway. He tried to stop Liquid from getting away with it, but the cavalry knew. Apparently, a stampede goes both ways, inside and out. They've closed the gap. They cut the gold lead in half, just about 3,000, 4,000 in. And what's important is the cores have settled themselves. Even Oheb, who has been having one hell of a game, the bad way, finally has a full arsenal.
Yeah. They'll have a lot more damage to rely on if ever they do find themselves in another team fight. That 8k gold lead we were talking about, which was in the hands of Aurora, is now down to only 3k, and it doesn't even matter at this point because, as you mentioned, Oheb already has all his items complete. So they just need to work on that one decision, that one pickoff that will really matter for this game.
Look at Carl.
Oh my goodness.
He is setting the tempo. It's Sanji with the feathered.
Okay. They want to make their presence felt this time.
Yeah, they know that these ults will be off of cooldown when the Lord comes, and that's what's important. Liquid is sending a message to Aurora. We're ready to box. You want to fight? We fight now. And if Aurora responds in the wrong way, Liquid will punish. Here we go. Lord spawns lower quarter. Top lane, the long lane was taken care of. Last rotation by Liquid. They're sending Yue over there. I think Aurora knows that Yue is a huge part of their win here. If they're able to protect Yue and they're able to get Yue to land the echo of all echoes, then maybe Liquid will finally fold.
Yeah.
Aurora needs to leverage their macro control, which they are doing through the minion wave up top. Slow push through the minion wave in mid. They're allowing the bottom minion wave to push. They have the advantage. They can afford to lose towers and a bit of minions, and now they're going to blitz this.
Right, Lord now.
JP has info, but Light sees Sanford. He gets to use his vengeance out. Lord already nearing half HP. Star Shatter doesn't land.
Yeah.
They find Oheb up top though.
Lord gets a reset. This is straight up turning into a dance.
Ooh, the damage is slowly coming in. Light is getting bursted down. Immortality already popped. JP trying to escape, but uses the tsunami slam instead onto Edward, and he gets bursted down. This time around, the flicker in from Oheb. Nearly gets to finish off the kill, but there's a flicker in sack for Edward as well. Uses the Light ultimate. They're now
Minion
trying to
waves.
go for Dom and Kite, and
The
it's gonna be a
The
kill.
base!
But the base!
They played it perfectly, Liquid. They knew the minion waves would respawn.
Now Sanford's able to defend for now. Better airstrike, but Demon Kite gets to dodge everything. Sanford needs to work on the base, and now it's only 3 members of TLPH fighting up against Aurora. It's not over yet.
Aurora have to make a decision here. Do we go for the Lord? Do we go for the base? Do we try to keep attacking Liquid's waves? And both teams just let off of the dance. Sanford still working on that wave.
Mountain Shocker already committed. Star Shutter doesn't land. Light slowly approaching the members of TLPH alongside Demon Kite. A Twilight Armor pickup for Edward as well. But Sanford's still not part of this.
Neither is Dom and Kite. JP also out of commission for maybe 10 more seconds. Oh no, Aurora have quite the hold on this Lord.
What a placement of the veteran airstrike. Demon Kite is very low. He cannot contest this. He has to recall. Or will they actually risk it? There's the immortality pickup. He gets to regain some of his HP through the revitalize. And the TLPH backs off again.
Astral Echo single-handedly send away baby cakes, and Aurora able to hold their ground. Oh, it's just a matter of the waves and the map being against Liquid. That is what's keeping Aurora in this dance.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to manage, but Aurora, they are not letting go. They know they have the advantage through the minion waves, and it's making Liquid struggle every moment and every sequence in this Lord dance.
Yeah. Demon Kite picked up rapid boots.
Okay. He knows that he has to keep moving in and out, weaving between this Lord, between the waves, between a team fight. Liquid now have a lead, 1,000 gold. Not that it means much, and the Lord has evolved. This is a evolved Lord, 22 and a half minutes and counting.
Right positioning right now for Liquid. I think it's an all-in for Aurora now. They have to. They know Sanji's playing back. They don't see where the Lunas and the Arlot are though.
Oh, conceal. Already used.
Liquid can fight.
The Mountain Shocker's there as well. They burst out.
Too early.
He doesn't have the immortality, and now he gets punished. The tsunami slap onto you and from JP. There's a knockup from the Lord. Sanford follows up with the beautiful final slash. And now TLPH are in control of the Lord. But Demon Kite, he punctures his way through. He tries to contest, but this Lord is going into the hands of the cavalry.
The goat gets it. No, Oheb pushing Demon Kite out. DK has to retreat. It all went sideways for Aurora. Liquid score their first Lord.
Never underestimate the heart of a multi-time international champion. Just when we thought Aurora had it, Liquid found the opening, because in a split moment, Aurora had no minion waves to push anymore. Team Liquid could afford to go and fight, and they did. Light was too early, Yue got picked, and Sanji held his feathered airstrike in front of Demon Kite to stop him from getting close to the Lord.
Liquid never lost track of the big picture, and now they're calling the shots. JP with the conceal places himself in this bush. Yue flushes him out, but he was out there a second too late. Liquid are looking to make some ground here. Compared to Aurora, Aurora might not be able to take care of waves the way Liquid did.
Yeah, they have Yue, but it's just Yue who can really provide that wave clear from afar. They're syncing up the waves. They want to make the most out of this. They want to balance out the map, and this 8-0-3 performance that we're seeing from Carl TZ is no joke.
On the other side, Demon Kite is 3-0-7. Both junglers have not died for their two teams. They are both the final condition for their respective squads. And now Liquid have finally made it to the base of Aurora. How will Aurora defend? They do have a great high ground defense.
There's the Lord. This is evolved, dealing extra damage.
Great echo.
Massive echoes. Spots 5. But it's gonna time out. In comes JP!
It's Edward. They actually tried to go after and they burst him down immediately. But the response from Aurora, the response from Kite, they work their way through. Demon Kite tries to survive.
Winter
His
Crown.
immortality gets popped, however, but he has the Winter Crown. The Lord is already down,
Bang!
but so is Demon Kite.
The first death on the Lancelot. Is that it? Liquid still have a lot of work to do because Dominicite is damaging so much.
Another echoes keeping the Liquid squad in check. Now goes Sanji!
Sanford! He's trying to fight. He has Oheb alongside him, but Edward's blocking every single one. Carl TZ trying to walk away, but this is not looking too good for the cavalry.
Run, Carl, run! Oheb already falls off camera.
What?
Traded out for Edward. Dominicite makes the trade beneficial for the Northern Lights. 2-3.
And Sanford survived the 2v1 against Edward and Yue. He actually got to take Edward down too. What a game! Friday night MLBB brought to you by MPL PH.
And we have another Lord that's up for Aurora potentially and the taking.
26 minutes. This is a Lord that has stopped scaling. And I think Aurora smelled blood in the water. They're not going to wait for Sanji to come back. This is 15 good seconds that Liquid only has 2 to defend. Sanford and Carl.
A 3v2, Astral Echo lands, final slash already clear the minions. Dominicite trying to dance around
Wow.
Sanford and Carl TZ, but they somehow still manage to work on the
base.
minions. But